Hi, I'm Barry Spielman, Product Marketing Director at Priority Software, and thanks for joining us for another edition of Priority Coffee Break, where we'll be talking with senior management and stakeholders to give you, our viewers, insights into Priority ERP. Today, I'm happy to welcome back Eyal Katz, Vice President for Business Development here at Priority. Thank you so much for again joining me here.
Very happy to be here.
Great. Today, I want to go into talking about the warehouse management solution, which was also a soft solution product in your old company before you were acquired by Priority. Maybe give us a little bit of background about how the WMS solution came into being and what happened when it was acquired by Priority.
So I had a software house, we're doing projects, and we're looking for something that will be more stable. So we thought about, okay, let's create a product. So we're doing a lot of projects in warehousing, and we said, okay, now we have the experience, so let's try to find someone who can do a joint venture with them and create a product. So we met with Priority guys, management at least back then, and we said, you know what, maybe instead of each time creating a project, let's create a product, and the benefit of a product that all the resellers can sell it. It's going to be a Priority product, and it's going to be for our end customers something that they can buy off the shelf. So I think this is how this was the first product that we did with Priority, was a joint venture that was the WMS system.
That was actually the first product you did.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's frame this, okay? What is a warehouse management system for our viewers? I mean, it's an important element in an ERP system in general. Let's frame what it does, and then we'll go into more details about what we do specifically.
Okay, so basically every ERP system has an inventory management kind of system inside of it, but the biggest difference between just inventory management to warehouse management, WMS warehouse management system, is that it's like a buffer between the planning and the actual. In an ERP system, you have a sales order and you have an invoice or a customer shipment, but what goes inside the warehouse is like kind of a black box. And here comes the WMS. It takes the planning, that could be purchase orders, sales orders, work orders, shuffles them, and generates tasks. And the concept of a task, it gives you the ability to report everything: who took it, how much time it took to complete the task, what was planned and what was actual. So at the end of the day, you get a comprehensive system that gives you full visibility what's going on in the warehouse in real time.
Okay. Now, WMS is a module that we offer. Priority offers it. Could you manage or do similar kind of tasks within an ERP system, even the Priority system, without WMS? And what's the main value for the module?
Of course you can.
Of course you can. That was a leading question, but hey.
So you can take the Priority Mobile, for example, and go and report directly to a customer shipment. But you're losing all the data of who did what, how much time it took, and actually where to go, where to pick from, where to distribute it, what route to put it in. So at the end of the day, you're just actually approving the purchase order. The sales order. You're not actually planning anything. You're just approving the quantities.
You have no real view of what's going on behind that black box, so to speak, right?
Yeah, exactly. So over here, think about it that one sales order can be broken down to multiple tasks, so multiple people can work on the same sales order because stock is in different places in the warehouse. The other thing that could work is it's building the picking route. So you won't go from one side of the warehouse to the other side. So it's actually optimizing the way you work in the warehouse, doing it the most efficient way. It takes a lot of things under consideration. Take from an open box before a closed box. Take from the most expired date, let's say the soonest expired date before newer stock. Take from, boxes instead of singles. So there's a lot of things that goes behind the scenes. That you're actually doing the same job in much more accurate and less time.
Okay, so let's focus in on that, because if I understand it correctly, the optimization piece, okay, whether it's of the picking or the putting or the replenishment, which are the main pieces, say, of warehouse management, that's really, one of the big value adds that you're going to get from this kind of system. Go into that a little bit more.
Exactly. So the basics of WMS is divided to three: pick, put, and replenish.
I got it right.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, instead of just picking stock with a mobile device or with a paper writing the quantities you picked, here it's actually breaking down the jobs to, let's say, the people that work on forklifts, the people who are doing the picking, the people who are doing the packing. So in the picking phase, as I said before, you can have multiple types of picking. Pick by order, pick by item, multi-order picking. So there's a lot of ways how to do the same job in a much more efficient manner. So this is the main strengths of a WMS, how to take the pool of sales orders, for example, and break it down to the most, let's say, the best tool for the job. Could be for a specific personnel with specific expertise, could be for a specific device that they need to take with them, specific packaging materials. So at the end of the day, you're getting something that you're doing everything in one shot. You're taking the handheld device, you're going to the warehouse, you're finalizing the task, you're getting the labels, you're getting the printouts, so you're not relying on anyone. So you're self-sufficient. And this is what storekeepers love. If they're not waiting for some forklift guy to bring stock down, if they're not waiting for someone to type in the sales order, to print them the labels, they're not relying on anyone. Then we can be more efficient. They go to the next job. At the end of the day, if they're moving faster, it's a bigger bonus at the end of the day.
And that's what it's about at the end of the day, right? So there's a mobile app here too, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not just the back office planning, and there's a mobile. Go into little details about the mobile app. What does it give you?
So the mobile app is something that we invested a lot of time and effort how to make things as simple as possible with a minimum amount of clicks and maximum automations. What does it mean? It means that you have a single screen to report everything. No matter what job you're doing in the warehouse, picking, putting, replenishing, stock taking, whatever you're doing, you have a single screen that you're doing everything. You can see the plan and you can report the actual in one place. So at the end of the day, just think about it. When you start reporting, it leads you. Usually you're regular to ask a question and get an answer. Here, the system is actually leading you. The mobile app is telling you, do this, and after you validate it by scanning, do this, do that, and it keeps on leading you to the next item. It even does a lot of things behind the scene. If you're scanning one barcode, I don't need to think what a barcode I scan. I can scan a part barcode, a vendor barcode, a standard barcode like UPC1 or EN13.
GS1?
GS1.
Yeah, GS1.
It's another type. And it can scan a serial number, batch number in one place. So you don't have to think, okay, is this a serial number? Is this a batch number? So as I said before, minimum amount of clicks, maximum efficiency. At the end of the day, everybody's happy.
All right, let's do one example. I know in the past we've talked about some of the cool things that you could prioritize to go a certain route to go pick something, but wait a minute, you got to take into account where the inventory is coming, or maybe this guy's a VIP and he's supposed to get it first. I mean, it's almost endless, right? What you could do. Run me through a cool example like that might,
Sure. So think of it. WMS is a very, very big toolbox. So for each question, I can give you 5 different answers. I think the biggest thing in WMS is to choose the correct tool for the job. So at the end of the day, think about it. I have a sales order to be picked. Let's say about e-commerce sales orders. Okay, e-commerce are very small orders, many orders, very small, 1, 2, 3 lines. So to be more efficient, we want to do multi-order picking. So we can go, we can take a trolley and put with multiple boxes. And let's say if I have 10 boxes, it's 10 orders. So I'm touching one item and it says put in this box, and this box, and this box. So each time I'm touching one item and I'm distributing between multiple sales orders. So actually when I'm finalizing, I'm just now generating 10 different customer shipments or invoices at one time. So instead of going 10 times to the warehouse, I'm doing it all in once.
Yeah, it's very cool. So at Priority, we like to keep things simple. I mean, that's like across the board. We say it all the time. What kind of an onboarding process is to learn this kind of thing?
So the onboarding process usually is, we start with the kind of a survey of looking how people work in the warehouse. It's not only about the software, it's putting the logistics in first place. So we need to see if this is the way you work, the best tool for the job for this, it doesn't matter if it could be a pharmaceutical company, it could be an electronic company, it could be a manufacturing company.
Anyone with a warehouse.
Yeah, everybody has a warehouse, but it's kind of different for each one.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you're working in fashion, you have sizes and colors. If you're working in pharmaceutical industries, you have batch numbers, lot numbers, expiration dates. Right. Mm-hmm. So you just we're observing, we're saying, okay, this is the best tool for the job, and then we're doing like a simulation of how things are going to work. We're running a test drive in the warehouse, and after a few days, we go live. That's it. It's usually, it's an internal model. So there's no integration.
Yeah, again, this is the concept we've talked about in the past about the single source of truth. This is, again, totally based on Priority.
Yeah.
And WMS is native to Priority, right? I mean, it's
just another model.
It's just another module built into the total
like
system.
service, like production.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I mean, it just buy the license,
And you're
start working.
Ready to roll. So let me ask you one last question I like to ask. So where are we going with this? How do you see the future?
Well, as I said before, AI.
AI.
And we did do
back
some,
to AI.
we did do a few stuff with AI. We did something that actually optimizes tasks. And it's a nice story. We had this customer. He had like 80 employees in the warehouse. And the thing is that because of a problem, they went down to 60. And behind the scene, the AI was working. And you know what they told us? They told us, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. People are doing exactly the same job. But at the end of the day, we're doing the same job with 60 employees instead of 80 in less time. Why? Because the AI is doing behind the scene the most optimized person and equipment for the job, and it's all the time changing in real time. It's not like, AI is not like the way you used to think, if then else. It's a use case system. It's not. It's something that reshuffles everything in real time and takes decision in real time. So if we have changes, if we have like something today, someone is ordering, let's say a multiple customer ordering some kind of product that hasn't been ordered before, it will already see the demand, and it will bring it forward, so for the pickers it'll be much easier. So all these kind of things are running behind the scenes. And this is something that's really neat. People don't know what's going behind the scenes, but they're just doing things in less time and more efficient.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Well, this is really cool stuff. It's always good talking to you. We take the opportunity to thank you again for joining us, and to our audience to invite you to join us in future episodes of Coffee Break with Priority. Eyal Katz, Vice President for Business Development here at Priority. Thank you so much for joining me, and we look forward to hosting you in the future again with another Coffee Break with Priority. Have a great day.